Pop open X. Okay, we're live on YouTube. And we're live on X. All right, cool. I was trying something new. Well, not new. I am I automated like a dozen sessions on on these apps where we're streaming, so X and YouTube. And so because the stream link and stream key doesn't change, I thought, oh, I shouldn't need to necessarily recreate every event for all of these sessions that we record, which we don't. But the paranoia in me made me just delete every session and create a new one for every single event that we've hosted for the last, I don't know, 2 months. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm going to assume that the technology knows what it's doing. And so I did not recreate it, and it's working. Seems like such
Awesome.
a small thing.
Yeah, you figured they would have nailed that by now.
I mean, I'm sure they did. I just didn't trust it. What does that say about me? I don't trust technology, even the technology I use weekly. With that said, we're waiting on one more in the crew. Diana is supposed to be joining us, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to go and let people know we're live, and then we could just keep going. We did say we were going to talk about a few things that are happening on Farcaster. Those three things specifically that I think I'd like to cover, in addition to one more, are Yapster, 10K, and Tribe. We'll get into that. I know internally we have our own conversations about what's happening. But before we get into that, I want to hear from you, Gramajo. How are you doing with Area 51? What are some things you did last week? What are some things you want to do this week? What are some challenges? Let us know.
Yeah. I ended up having a meeting with Nifty Time last week, and we talked about Rebase. So Rebase is, like, people not familiar, is community driven, like liquidity pool providing, and you get incentives with that. So it's kind of like an easy way to bootstrap um, community liquidity providing and getting some incentives with that. So that's been live. Um, Pretty easy. Um, you just create like a Uniswap position, uh, go stake it, and then you can claim additional area on top of the area that you're already claiming, or the fees that you're already claiming with the Uniswap position. Super cool. Um, right now, I'm finishing up the Telegram bot. So I'm building a custom Telegram bot just for like the content, pretty much. Nothing fancy. Although I am gonna start exploring building an app with Cursor. I think, yeah, probably a game. I think is what I'm leaning towards.
Games are
Yeah.
good. I think games are good because they provide some sort of ongoing incentive to do something, especially if it's fun, right? Beyond just like monetary or financial incentives, there's the fun thing. I think that that's good. But also, what I've seen through other games on Farcaster, especially, they can be very sticky and viral, and I think one of those, like Stokefire, for instance, I think that that's proven to have been successful to some degree. Obviously, we're talking about it in our little, little community that we have on Farcaster, but also I think it's grown outside of Farcaster, from what I remember Noah saying. I'm going to be interviewing Noah, so hopefully that'll give you some insights into like how to build that app. What are some of the things he's thinking about? Because I know Noah is a very smart dude, very thoughtful, very he has a very strong professional mindset when it comes to building. It isn't just like, I'm hacking something nights and weekends. It's fun. It's a hobby. No, he wants to make a business out of these things. So he's very smart. So definitely one of those folks that I would recommend reaching out to. Tell me more about Rebase though, because similar to you, Crypto Sapiens has a token. like you have for Area 51, and it's Cabal. I, started setting up these pools on Uniswap. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with V4. I've been talking to the folks at Aerodrome about setting up these incentivized liquidity pools. What's the difference between Rebase and Arrow, for instance?
So I think with Arrow, you just like one, it's a way larger um, service provider. Like they have way more money. They have their own token. Rebase also has its own token as well. I think it's just the size, really. And I don't think Arrow is really like set up specifically for bootstrapping and incentivizing the communities. I think it's more like um, it's like the discussion between like Radium and Orca and Solana. It's just like two different tools for providing liquidity, as opposed to Rebase is really like you're trying to put funds together with other people. So, for example, like the 500 million area they got put in, it wasn't just me that put it in, like the creator. It was like Nifty Time and another guy or person. Um, yeah, so it's like literally like on both sides. It's not just the creator providing the tokens, the initiation, but it's also like the community can do that, and the community can also provide liquidity on the other side as well. So it's on both sides of the equation. I think as opposed to Aerodrome, it's more like on the back end side.
Would we call one, I don't know if this is the right language, so correct me if I'm wrong. Would you call one more uh, open source, open versus closed in terms of your ability to set up these liquidity pools and create the incentives around them? Or am I getting that wrong?
That would be pretty accurate because I think for Arrow you have to reach out to them, right? Yeah. So with Rebase, it just went permissionless. I think like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks. Like, yeah. So anyone could like, you don't even have to be the founder of any token. If you're just like a part of it and you want more liquidity in it, you can do it yourself as a community member.
That's cool. GM Diana, how you doing?
Hi, GM. Sorry, bit of a chaotic morning. We just moved over the weekend and we were supposed to have the internet people come in yesterday, but they weren't able to find like the box or something, and no one was around because it was Sunday, so they're coming back today, so we still don't have internet, so I was just figuring out where to go to get internet.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope the internet, by the way, I thought that was funny how you said it, the internet people. It's like
The
sounds so
internet people.
ethereal. The internet people need to
Honestly, that's how I feel about them.
That's true.
Well, I don't know what I would do without them, so that is how I feel about
Very true. I agree with you. I don't know what I would do
them.
without the internet. That is such a first world. Actually, no.
It
Scratch that.
honestly
That's such
is.
a worldly
Yeah.
problem because it's like, first of all, the internet's like everywhere now, obviously. But, back in my day, because Diana's thinking about it. She's like, damn, boomer.
I
Uh,
literally just have the dial-up sounds playing in my head right now.
is that what you see when you see me? You hear dial-up modem
Yeah,
sounds?
yeah, that's like your walk-up music.
Okay, I want to tell you something. I think that's actually quite funny because well, for different reasons, not because you're insulting me. Um, I grew up breakdancing. I think I've mentioned that before. I was a breakdancer as a kid. I was a b-boy. Quite good actually. And I had my songs that I came, onto the dance floor with my music. The DJ knew what my songs were and they would play it and I'd start doing my thing. I imagine now if I tried that, there'd be some, dubstep version
Okay,
of the
at the
dial-up
next
modem.
karaoke night,
Nope. Nope.
this is happening.
No, not happening.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, it's not happening. You know why it's not happening?
You,
The last time
you
I did it, which was a while back, I hurt myself. So no, thank you. I'm good. I'm out.
We'll get some like extra pillows or padding or something for you so it'll be
Some
safe.
extra Bengay and Salampas.
Yeah. I'll bring some Aleve, and I've got some like athletic wrap, just whatever. Got 911 on speed dial.
Oh gosh, Diana, if anybody's gonna make me do this, it's gonna be you because you're quite convincing. At DEF
I
CON, you convinced
mean,
me to sing, and I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was not singing. I
you did
was,
not that okay, first of all, you did not take much convincing. Like you were so ready to do that.
which
So
is
that
why I said
wasn't even me.
you're convincing. I would not have done that anywhere else. But I was at the hash house. I was gonna do, some shenanigans. It was fun.
Okay, well, at the next hash house, I mean, you can't just be like saying stuff like this on air on a live stream and then expect people to just be like, oh, okay, cool, let's move on. There are repercussions.
You know what's funny that you say that too? I haven't been to the gym in I feel like a decade. My wife convinced me to go to the gym and sign up
Nice.
this weekend. And I'm barely mobile right now. Uh, but the instructor was bullying me. He's like, "Oh, you gotta go deeper on that one. You gotta go deeper, like my squats and all that." And I looked at him and I was like, "Bro,
That's their
I
job.
I'm at the age where you're because no, but this is in a group of like 20 people, and he's like singling me
Oh,
out. So he's trying to use the
just you.
pressure.
Was he doing that to
Oh,
other
just to
people
me.
too, or just you?
No, no, no. He was going around like pushing people, but like to me, I felt targeted. I felt attacked. And so
Well,
I looked at it, I was like, bro, I'm at the age where that's not gonna work, and this is day one for me in like 10 years. Calm down. But I'm still hurting.
I mean, maybe you just gotta work on your squats.
No, I gotta work on my
What can I
squats.
say?
You know what? Because my flexibility is crap. That's the thing. I'm not very
That's
flexible.
something to work on too.
Yeah. Well, I was doing yoga pretty consistently. Look at this. What is this? A therapy session? Diana, get off my back.
Hey, who invited me?
Yeah, not to attack me, man. Anyways, all I'm saying is I now have a dubstep modem song that I need to walk into at the next hash house at East
Yes.
Denver. Okay. I'm gonna work on my squats and I'm gonna become much more flexible again. 2025 is a year of Humpty. All right, moving on.
Wait. Can I say one more thing? The song is going to be a dubstep remix of the internet dial-up tone. We can
Yeah.
get Annalisa on this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, see,
DJ
now you're
Annalisa.
you're getting the gang together. The gang is back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Grandma, you going to East Denver? I hope you say yes.
I'm really debating it now.
It's become one of the lamest conferences. But
It
because it's one of
definitely
the
is.
OG ones, a lot of
Yeah.
this like OG crew goes there and we just have such a great time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Go for the people, not for the conference,
yeah,
as they say.
yeah. I feel like
Go for the conference, stay for the people.
Yeah, MCon to me is the new East Denver, in terms of the vibes.
Oh,
When it was
yeah.
smaller, you can have like round tables. It's not really focusing on sponsors and like featuring them. And, although, hey,
Yeah.
to be fair, East Denver did a really good job with the hackers last year, but with that said, it's definitely too big. I think it just feels too big. It feels too corporate.
Yeah.
Um,
I never went to Eat Denver until 2022.
yeah.
So
Even
I
then
actually
though.
like never, yeah, it definitely was better, but
Yeah.
I feel like I never got to experience like the actual like OG East Denver.
Yeah. I think my first one was 21 or something, and then 22 still felt good.
Yeah.
23, it started feeling like, oh, okay, we're gonna get bigger spaces, and we need to cover the cost, obviously, because I'm sure there's a lot of cost to putting something like that together, especially when you have that much space to fill up. And then yeah, 24 actually was like, okay, back to basics. Sure, it's still big, but they also have like this big arena for hackers to do their thing, and they had great Wi-Fi for them, which was always a problem at East Denver. Is the internet, of course, the internet guys weren't there. um so yeah, anyways, you should go, Gramajo. It's going to be good times. I'm planning a creator house, so I'm talking to a few of my friends who I know, who I've hosted events with in the past, who I know are deep in the creator space, who are also pretty well connected in the creator space, to bring on some sponsors because obviously, like I said, we need to cover the cost for this. And so far, so good. We've had some really good conversations in our channels, but also outside of it in terms of like people who are interested in covering costs for this. So
Yeah,
I would
sorry,
say,
I've been completely like offline since Thursday, just like packing and moving, so I've not chimed in at all. But can you talk at all about like what you're thinking with the Creator House?
yeah. So I initially was thinking of renting a house and still thinking this, but the scope is getting smaller because I think I was too ambitious with how I was thinking about this. But I was thinking about renting a house somewhere in Denver, near these, East Denver, as close to East Denver as possible. And then inviting people to stay, kind of like what you did at Hash House, Diana, in at DevCon. But those creators would kind of be like on a scholarship where they're there, their housing is covered, but there's an expectation of what your kind of stay is going to, comprise in terms of what you're bringing to the group, and kind of what you want to walk out with. So there are like challenges set up for you in terms of like what you're, supposed to be doing every day and then publishing it. Really scaling out kind of what I do to other people, or like sharing kind of my knowledge and them sharing the knowledge to us in terms of what they know. And then we're all executing the same challenge every day. And then we're coming back together and like publishing things, going on chain, monetizing, etc. That was kind of the vision. But I also do realize that that's really hard to cover as far as like what sponsors want to cover because there is no way for them to engage directly with this group. So then I was like, okay, I guess what I could do is I could also activate the space during the day for roundtable discussions, brunch, happy hour, whatever. But to do this for 5 days, that's like expensive. That's too expensive, both time and money. Like I don't have that kind of time and I definitely don't have that kind of money. So I started to pare it back a bit, especially as I was talking to, um, oh my God, why am I forgetting her name? Rachel. So it goes by Rachel on Chain. She's a graduate of Crypto Sapiens. She started with us as a creator. She's gone on to do some great things. Pretty deeply connected into the base ecosystem. Also talked to, gosh, uh, Stacy, who I know from Metacamp. Anyways, I've talked to a few folks, and I realized that there is a lot of value in creating maybe a 1 or 2 day event where we can focus more so on the connection piece of it. So getting to know one another, sharing ideas, very open in nature where you can find your tribe. But secondly, still organize some educational modules through like roundtable discussions or workshops. And we could do this in about a day. But if we needed to extend it for some reason, we could definitely do this in 2 days. And then there would be like a hosted happy hour. I am definitely being inspired a lot by Hash House in terms of how you program that. But this is definitely like, oh, we want to invite more people to come and participate and kind of run this show, right? Like, so we want the focus to be on creators to come in and contribute the things that they do well. Like if you're a TikToker, like share what you know, right? This is the space. If you're on pods, which you, Diana, you are, it's like great. Why did you go on pods? Like, what has your experience been? Like, what is your strategy for like, discovery, virality, monetization? If you're on X and you're a Spaces, you know, top creator, what's your strategy for building kind of your presence and your reputation on X, like so and so on and so forth. So these are like the workshops that we want to lead. And so the call to action is to the creators to step up, right? But also to those of us who are organizing it to put something of value together, they can then say, well, I still want to go for this. And then I want to share my knowledge because, I have domain expertise. So that's what it's come to. And then just recently, Russ, who I think you also know, popped into
Russ, I don't know.
He goes. I mean, he goes by Russ, but he's Russell. He is the founder of. I'm looking for it here on my vibes. Something vibes.
Okay. I'm
Vibes
not
Hub.
sure that I
Anyways,
know him. Yeah.
yeah, he's also a graduate of Crypto Sapiens. He got really close to the Near community and foundation. He's built a lot of stuff there. He got funding from them. So, he's kind of grown up and done some really cool stuff. He mentioned he had a venue all set up, but he didn't
Wow.
have any programming. So we're like,
Oh.
oh, well, if you have the venue and it's kind of already in that vein of like what I was thinking near East Denver, with enough space for programming of different types. So we could have like the workshop space and we could have the panel space. We also have like the open, just hang out with your friend space. Why don't we just use that? And then we go
Hmm.
from there. He also has a pretty big list through Luma, which I also do have a pretty big list through Luma, which we'll activate to reach out to people about the event and kind of boost the RSVPs. Which, by the way, Luma is underrated for that. That's one thing that I would
Yeah.
love for events to have is more of that like grow your email list through Luma. It's like grow your email list or whatever through events where anything I create, I can leverage that list to let people know. It's almost like a free billboard now, what I'm doing anywhere in the world.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. I have built up quite the list through Luma as well because I use Luma also. So happy to pitch in there however I can. But I love that idea. Even just like bringing all types of creators together to like just chat in an informal setting about whatever,
Yeah.
like have, like you said, somebody who's like really good at TikTok, talk about TikTok for like
Yeah.
30 minutes, and then like someone that's good at something else, talk about something else for a while. But I think that could be super valuable.
Yeah. I mean, and so this is I'm calling him out. Jesse from Base. They keep talking about creators, okay? Like they keep talking
This
about
sounds like
creators.
the ideal thing for them to fund, honestly. Like,
So no, I'm not saying they're not, and I'm not saying that they're close to the idea. I'm not. I've already shared the idea, and I'm not seeing a lot of like excitement. I'm like, let's go, let us get involved. So this is precisely to your point. What you're saying is what they're talking about, and should be something that they're excited about funding. Because even I think yesterday Jesse posted something like, "Oh, I'm going to be onboarding 5 people on chain today." These are the challenges we could be running through
yeah,
this event. It's like, day one, whatever, it's we're active, we're doing this whole thing. Day two is the challenge day. Everybody's gonna go out. You have your challenge, go do it. And that's like your deliverable for the event. And then we might have a happy hour somewhere to like get together and we just celebrate, either our success or failure, but we went out and we tried, right? So
yeah.
agreed. I think they should be funding this. I have reached out to all my contacts at Base, and so I expect them to be involved, but you never know. So of course I got to shout them out on X. So if you're watching this on X, go ahead and tweet at Jesse at Base that we're talking
Honestly,
about
I'm
him.
like about to do that. Why can I not find Jesse's handle on Twitter?
I believe he's just Jesse, unless he got blocked over the weekend. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh no, I found him. He's just Jesse Ploy. Okay, it's just his full name.
Okay,
P-O-L-A-K. I think I'm
yeah,
spelling it wrong.
yeah, 2 L's, 2 S's.
Yeah.
There you go. You see, like he's doing his portrait mode video. He's in his definitely not his TikTok era because this video looks more like he's in his he's in his Twitter era still. But still, by
Wait,
the
which
way,
video are you talking about?
if you go, okay, so if you go, I'm looking at it from the base account, but if you go, it's he tweeted it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let's see. If you go to the base account, it's the third tweet down.
Okay.
And
Oh, okay, I see.
excuse me, ma'am, do you have a minute to get on chain? This is okay. No insult to the Jehovah's Witnesses out there, but this is such a Jehovah's Witness thing to do.
I actually saw, okay, so speaking of like this kind of style of video,
Yeah.
but like that actually works. Again, no shade. But I saw Naomi Metzger just
Yes.
posted something like that where she was like stopping people on the street and being like, "Hey, do you want to take 10 pounds or do you want a mystery gift?" And the mystery gift was going to be like 50 pounds on base. And I don't know if she actually posted the video or if it was just like this is what I'm doing sort of
Yeah.
thing. Oh yeah, it says video dropping later today. She just posted this 2 hours ago. So she said she like has this sign. She's just on the street. She's holding the sign that says 10 pounds or mystery gift. And then she has like all this cash in her hand and she's just stopping random strangers and asking them to choose one. So I am
Ooh.
curious. I think that would be like a cool video, but I'm curious what people do. But that's the sort of thing, like she's doing great work
Yep.
for base. And that's the sort of thing that they should be, Jesse and the base team should be really like encouraging, highlighting, getting more of.
She's great. I hosted her Friday for GM Cavaliers. It's a brand new series.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it might change names because the intention originally was like a way for me to engage the cabal, right?
Yeah.
The cabal, we all know. And I was like, I need a touch point for me talking to the cabal, but it's evolved, right? Because I'm streaming into Farcaster, using Stream, which works seamlessly. Diana, you need to do this.
Okay.
Stream TV. We've talked about it before. On Farcaster, it's at Stream with two M's,
Yeah.
and I'm live streaming into the channel and in the Crypto Sapiens channel. And so initially it was like, hey, so this is what we're doing, DeFi, cool, awesome. And then I was like, I need to not forget the narrative. And the narrative is always creators, right? So I said, why am I not using this space for bringing on and featuring, especially creators on Farcaster that are doing big things? And so Afro Chicks was my first guest on Friday. And it got streamed to X. It got streamed to Farcaster. It was not initially intended to stream to X, but Naomi's like, "Can we stream this to X?" I'm like, "Whatever you want, we got it. Let's do it." So just turned
Yeah.
on X stream almost, I think, like moments before we went live, and yeah, so we streamed, and now it's on X. If you wanted to go and watch it, the Crypto Sapiens account on Twitter, you can see our conversation from Friday, and I announced that we do have a at least 4-week programming all locked in. This week is Robot Fish Girl from the Noun Square. She is awesome. Not only is she smart, she's hilarious. I can't ever keep a straight face. Like, you think you're funny. Robot
I
Fish
don't
Girl
think I'm
is funny.
funny. I never said that.
I'm assuming you're funny and not being mean to me, okay? So you think you're funny.
Okay, so you
She's
think I'm
hilarious.
funny.
I think you're funny. Look, that's my defense mechanism. I laugh instead of cry. Okay, Diana? I
Oh
laugh
God.
instead of cry.
Don't say that.
Years
I don't
of
want to make you
bullying has
cry.
taught me
I'm
how
not
to be
bullying you.
tough.
Gramajo, am I bullying Humpty? Yes or no?
Yes. Also
Yes,
to laughing.
no. That's not the right answer. Never mind. Go mute yourself again on your boat.
Now you're bullying Gramajo? I gotta stand up for Gramajo.
I'm not. I'm not. He said he has to hop off for 3 minutes while he's on the
Oh,
boat.
he
And then I
did?
was like, I totally forgot he's on the boat.
Ah.
Of course he'd be on a boat. When is he not on a boat?
That's what well, okay, I did
He's
start.
basically like a sailor or boat
Oh,
captain.
he is kind of dressed like a captain with his jacket and beanie. That's a very like captain look. I know this because on Pinterest, I'm pinning captain looks for
Oh
my
my God, I
everyday
cannot
wear.
handle how you're like the biggest Pinterest maxi I know outside of like 50-year-old housewives.
I must laugh. I must laugh.
No, I think it's great. Honestly, it could be making a total comeback with like Gen Zs or Gen Alphas, and I just don't know because I'm not cool enough. So this probably says more about me than it does you.
So
Okay, what were we talking about? Robot Fish Girl?
Robot Fish Girl's hilarious. Like, if I don't know, have you
Okay.
ever been to a Noun Square? The Noun Square
No, I
spaces?
haven't. I have not. Is that open to just nouns or because I don't
No,
have a
no, it's on
real
X. It's on X. It's on. You don't have a real.
yeah.
Yeah, were you gonna say you don't have a
No,
real noun?
like yeah. No, I didn't know if it was just a community thing. Like I have a little noun and then I have a public noun, but I don't have like a noun,
Yeah,
you know.
which I don't know. You could if you wanted to. I'm sure, but
What's
you
the
don't want to.
floor? I okay, I guess
At
I
one
don't.
point, it was like 2 ETH. I got mine at 10. So goodbye 8
10?
ETH. Yeah,
Oh my God.
8
I'm
ETH were 8
sorry.
ETH was in the
Well,
ether.
good news floor is up to 4 East now, so there's hope for you yet.
Yeah. I mean, when I got it, I thought that was the floor. I was like, oh, there's absolutely no way it's going to go lower than this. I mean, at one point they were trading for like 40 or 50 ETH, right? Or something
Yeah.
crazy. So, I had saved up my pennies. And for me, becoming a noun was a dream. In terms, because I think, I don't know, you're the Dow Maxi here. You'll let me know. For me, I think that they're the most exemplary Dow that exists, both in terms of, you know, being one of the first to have a treasury and governance kind of built in, and continuing to run on the same mission consistently for years.
Yeah.
I think, and again, I think governance is hard, but they've found a way to make it fun and somewhat simple.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, obviously, like, not being in the community and not seeing the inner workings of it, I can't really speak that much to it, but from what I see, it seems like I just think it's cool that when they first started, they basically invented this new mechanism of, like, 1 ounce a day,
Yeah,
this auction style 1 ounce a day thing, that then so many other DAOs went on to follow and create these like, there's even this term nounish DAOs, right? Like, I think it's cool that they sorta, like, invented this new mechanism that then so many other organizations followed thereafter. Real pioneers. You're muted, Humpty.
yeah. So yeah, no, I agree. And yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of nounish DAOs. I mean, Purple DAO, which is Farcaster's
Mhm.
DAO, the community put it together early. I'm a member. I was a member early. Um, yeah, Purple DAO is huge.
Are they
That's
still around? What are they doing now?
they're funding things. I think they deploy
Still?
1 ETH.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they deploy 1 ETH weekly or bi-weekly, something like that, which, it's not loads of money, but they're also not nouns. Nouns has a
Right.
big treasury. Purple DAO has a treasury. I don't know how big, but let's see. And yeah, in terms of things you don't know, Pinterest definitely is it. Okay, they have 38 ETH in their treasury. That's not a
Oh,
lot.
wow, that's
It's small.
no, that's decent. That's
It's
definitely
decent.
decent,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. It looks like too now they have like this gen art art that gets attached to your purple DAO NFT. So if you were to
Oh,
mint this,
nice.
you have this beautiful squiggly rainbow art with a purple background. When I bought it, it was just a purple square. Boring as hell, but it worked.
Wow.
So you're looking for a new artist for that.
Sorry?
The Purple Dog, they're looking for like a new generative artist for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than a purple square, but it's not great.
Oh,
Well,
wait, I wanna see it now.
I think it's they're gonna
Purple
keep
dot
this one. It's just
construction.
they will switch like going forward until they find a new artist, and I think they're like gonna rotate in and out of artists.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, if rodeo has taught us anything, is that there's a lot of generative artists out there. I've collected some stuff that I'm like, oh, I didn't know I
Oh,
liked
okay,
gen
can we
art.
talk about rodeo, though?
Let's go.
And
By the way, can we talk about what we wanted to talk about before we hang up?
oh, sorry.
No,
What do we
but
want to talk
go on,
about?
go on. Talk about rodeo. No, we were gonna talk about
No.
10K, which
Oh
you
yeah,
brought
yeah,
up in
yeah.
the
10K.
channel,
Yeah.
Tribe, which I just found out about, and what's the other one? Yapster.
Okay,
So
well,
we'll
I
talk
don't
about
know what
that.
those last two are.
Well,
So I want to
you do know, but they've revamped,
er
remodeled what their previous product was. But no, let's talk about rodeo because
okay,
it's still
okay.
hot. It's still hot, and for you,
Yeah,
it's very new.
so I
Shade.
got last week. Was it last week or is it 2 weeks ago? No, it's not. I was OG, remember? I posted back in like August or last summer or something. I was like super, I was too OG. Like, this
You
is
were
my
too
problem is
early.
that I'm too
I
early to
love it.
everything. And it's not cool when I'm
To
there.
be
And so then I
fair,
give up on it because it's
yeah,
too early and not cool.
that is true. As far as like DAOs go, you also I think are too early. You were too early, but you were consistently going at it, and because of that, you're the DAO queen.
That's
I
just,
see you
I
as
don't
someone
know
I
what
go
part of my
to for DAO stuff. Like I don't even
really.
bother with even with
Okay.
these guys. I don't go to them. I go to you.
No, you should definitely go to them. They know so much more about DAOs than I do. Seriously, don't say that ever again.
Not
You should
sponsored
definitely
by
go to them.
hats, by the way. Just I like the hat. It's one of the few
But
dad hats
actually,
that
like,
fits me perfectly.
Spencer and Nick are actually like OGs in DAOs. You should definitely go to them before
Yeah,
you ever
whatever.
come to me about DAO stuff. But anyway, so rodeo, as I was telling you guys in the chat, I got really excited about. I started posting on. I posted a rodeo on like a Friday night or something, logged off. I was like not online for the next, I don't know, 24, 48 hours. And then I went back and I was like, oh shit, I didn't collect my own rodeo. And no one else collected it because I posted it at a time when no one was online. And so now no one, like, I have this rodeo that has 0 collectors. I can no longer get a whole collection badge for my own collection because I didn't even collect it. So now I'm just like, like, should I just give up? What's the, like, I already fucked up so hard. Where do I go from here? Like, what even is the point?
I think you need to go to Rodeo Anonymous so they can help you get through this very
I
trying
need
time.
therapy
Yeah.
because of my rodeo trauma.
I don't know if you should give up. I know it's a
Yeah.
bummer. Go ahead, Gramajo.
I was gonna say I don't think you should give up because they might end up taking an approach of like, what does it sound XYZ or like Pokemon, where the people that collected the first time around, first edition, and then if it opens up again and it's under your control as a creator, it'd be like second edition, you know, like just different
Yeah.
rarity, you know, like
That's like a big unknown though. Like, we don't know how what where they're gonna go with it. Like, should I just like quit this account and like start a new account and just start over? Because I don't even have that much stuff on my rodeo. Like, it's not a
Wait,
huge loss, honestly.
no. You
no, don't
missed
do that.
one post and you're trying to like delete everything.
Yeah,
You're like, nope, this is
It's
fake
over.
news, not the real Diana. Do not follow at Tree Girl on Rodeo. They're a scammer. No.
I mean, if you think about it, like if there's anything we've learned of being on chain, is that that history is valuable.
Yeah.
You know,
The
like
provenance is yours still,
yeah, exactly.
Diana. It was issued by at Tree Girl. So there's still a connection to you, even though you don't have the full set.
So I can always go back and look at this and see 0
Yes.
collectors on it and realize that this is where my life took a
Super
turn for the
rare. How
worse.
about that?
Exactly.
Super rare. That is the most
So
rare
rare.
piece in existence because there actually is only one contract that has that, and it's your contract versus
True.
your wallet. Your contract owns that. Someone correct
True.
me if it's your contract, actually.
It is your
It's probably
contract.
not. It's
It is
probably
your contract.
rodeos.
Yeah, no,
It is mine?
yeah,
Oh,
it is your contract. That's actually one of the nice things about yeah, it is your own contract.
There you go.
that's pretty cool, actually.
This is, by the way, I love this. Thanks for clarifying that because I remember when I first came into crypto, our job was to teach people not your wallet, not your crypto. We're at the stage where you're like, not your contract, not your content, right? I think that's
Yeah.
rad. That's super important. That's why I like pods,
Yeah.
right? Pods to me is super rad for that.
Yeah,
And if Rodeo's doing that, huge, huge.
yeah.
So there you go.
I I know Jack's even asking about like bringing your own contract. Like if you already have a base
Ooh.
contract,
That's
can
the
you
next
just
step
like
that I think we need to get to.
yeah
Truly.
Composable contracts where you can bring your own contract the way you bring your own wallet. I like that.
yeah? It's just like we already have that on mainnet ETH with like Foundation, OpenSea, and all that. Like if you use Manifold, it's exact same concept basically.
There have been so many times where I've had to start a new contract for the rehash NFTs just because I've migrated to another platform. So like when I started on
Mhm.
Pods, I
Yeah,
had to create a new contract through Pods. I couldn't just port my old contract over to Pods, even though I was already on L2 or whatever. Which I mean that like bridging thing should be solved as well. But
correct.
now, and then what was the other thing? Oh, I have like Toby's NFT collection, and I was trying to embed his IYK chip with his collection, but you can't do that, or at least back then when I was trying. I don't know if they've changed this. I should look into this actually. But back then, you couldn't just port over an existing contract and build it into IYK. You had to create a new contract through IYK if you wanted to use it. So then actually, like, I think you what is that? You're muted.
Oh, it's a IYK puck for like the
Oh, it's
POAP,
my
I think.
Oh.
puck. IYK.
Oh. What
Because
so the okay,
he
okay.
You
can
can use
scan me
that
wherever I
to
go.
distribute POAPs with
Yeah,
that
that's what
and
I
a
use
couple
it.
other
Oh,
things too.
okay.
Yeah,
But go
Okay,
on.
pretty
I
cool
Sorry.
just got one
actually.
of those I just got one of those little chips, like the like sticker, almost like a little
Oh
sticker
yeah, yeah,
chip,
yeah.
the like whatever they had originally, and I like sewed it into Toby's dog collar. So
Nice.
you can just like put your phone up to his collar and like scan his NFT.
That's scary. You don't go up to
That
some
looks
random
kind of
stranger's
violent. That
dog
looks like a
though.
taser or
Yeah.
something.
Well, no, it's just also
That's sick.
I don't know if you want
No,
people
I mean,
going up to your
obviously,
dog.
no, I know, but obviously, like people wouldn't know that unless
Right.
I was there and told them, and then I would
Right.
be there,
I
and
mean,
it
good
would
thing
be
this
okay.
isn't broadcast live on the internet.
Be so
Okay,
funny though,
well,
like if
if you fine, if
Next
you
time you
want to
see
take the
Diana,
risk,
she's
if
walking
you,
Toby.
yeah, if you,
It's like
if
they
you
come
see,
up with their
I don't,
phone to your dog and they're like, "What are you
I
doing?"
don't know
I
where.
heard you on Early Morning Crew.
yeah,
Oh, honestly, I mean, I would love that. That's how we'll know we've made it. I would
I
love that
agree.
if anybody
That'd be
wants to do
sick.
that.
All right.
Yeah,
So let
but
people know where you
anyway.
live, and that way you just moved. So let's just go ahead and dox
I
it
just
all just
moved
right now.
and no one will know where I've moved to,
Nice.
except I've
There you
already
go.
said on Twitter.
You did? Oh my gosh.
Posted address, zip code, and social security number.
Yeah, my social
Google
security
Map
number's on there too.
pinned.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, my
You know,
passport number, my driver's license number, everything's on there.
It's a POAP.
I'm that
Yeah.
weirdo that well, I mean it might sound weird, but it's not because we just saw because of what happened to the Ledger CEO. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if it's true. But um I never post on Instagram a photo of what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I
Oh
usually
yeah,
do it when
same.
I'm gone.
No, same.
So if you ever see my Instagram, which, it's only for friends and family, um I'm not
Yeah.
there. I
Wait,
was
what's your
there, but
Instagram?
at jibber jabber
Broadcast it.
jibber jabber jibber jabber jibber jabber.
Okay, but will you actually DM it to me later?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
But yeah,
By the way, I do have
I'm
a
the same
public
way.
one, but I rarely post on it. It's at Humpty Calderon, but I never use it.
Well,
That's supposed
obviously
to
I
be
want
my
the real
business one.
one.
Yeah, jibber jabber
Why would
jibber
I
jabber
want your
jibber jabber.
business Instagram?
At Crypto Sapiens Official. There.
Yeah, I started doing that because I was traveling solo for a while
Mhm.
and I just didn't want people, for safety reasons to know my location. But also the Ledger stuff was fake.
That's what I thought.
Not
Look, I posted it
I'm
because
not
it
saying it's
seemed
a
real. It came from a real
yeah.
source, Cointelegraph. So I shared it, and then I was told fake, so I deleted it. But then Gramajo goes, no, 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 something just came up, real. And I was like, you know what? Whatever.
Wait, is it real? No,
I
I
don't
think it
know.
was. I think they like wanted it to be real. Like it was like it wasn't like obviously fake and like you just missed it. Like it was real. Like they I think they wanted it to be real and then it got out that it was fake or something.
I
That's
just gave
so
up on it too
weird.
because I know me and Humpty were going back and forth on it, and I was like,
Oh, I
I don't have enough time for that. I'm gonna go back to Farkland.
More important things.
He's like, I'm gonna go and lose some money on fart coin.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, guys.
More important things. Yeah, no, I just saw it as like a publicity stunt, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's so stupid. By the way, if you're gonna make a publicity stunt about something, don't do it about Ledger. You freaked the hell out of me. I pulled
Oh
out my
God, I
chain of
know.
ledgers and I'm like, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, for real. Good thing I used Trezor.
Use what?
Trezor?
Yeah, treasures are nice. I like
Trezor.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I feel like back in the day, Ledger and Trezor were like neck to neck, and then Ledger just pulled ahead, and now everybody has Ledger.
well, that's
But I
because
like never updated.
Ledger
Yeah.
in their marketing, like they made it so like you can wear your ledger around in a necklace for whatever reason.
I
Why
bought
would you do?
other
I don't
shit.
want that. I don't want anyone to see my
Exactly.
Ledger out in the public.
I
I mean,
bought
that's
this
What's
before
that?
my ledger. Keep Key. Not sponsored by
What?
Keep Key. It's also
I
like,
don't know what that is.
well, it's the same thing,
yeah,
like Ledger.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And you can see that it's never been used because I realized very quickly it's very limited in terms of the coins that it supports. It actually does support a lot of the major coins, but I was like into some alt stuff, and I was like, I can't hold my alt stuff here. I'm out.
Wait,
So
did you get into
Yeah.
crypto? Were you like trading to get? Is that how you got into crypto?
in 2016, I came in purely as a speculator. So I was
Yeah.
trading a lot of alt L1 coins, so not just ETH.
Nice.
And that's, I think I've told the story. That's how I got into Tron. So I was trading Tron and I was going to
Nice.
meetups, and then they were like, "Hey, we're launching a company on Tron," and I was like, "Okay." And that's the first company I sold in crypto in 2020.
Nice. Okay, this is like a super convoluted way of how this just reached my brain, but because you said Tron, and I've like for the last couple years done these end of year recaps with Thursu, Maya Bakai, Hudson Jameson, and Steph Delaveau.
Hmm.
And Tron came up because we played this game at the end of one of them that was like, we'll go around and basically popcorn and say, name like crypto criminals until one person can't think of it and then they lose. And Justin Sun or Sursu mixed up like Justin Sun and like CZ and somebody else and basically just like combined all of their names into one. But anyway, so then I thought about Sursu because I just saw someone tweet about or post about him on Farcaster this morning about how he got his account revoked or something.
Who, Justin?
No, Sursu, how Sursu
Oh,
got his account revoked on like Farcaster or Warpcast. And I was like, how is that possible? Is that a thing that can happen? I
not at the
thought like,
protocol level, but on Warpcast it can happen.
oh, okay, okay.
The identities are, well, the FIDs are decentralized, right? Your
Yeah,
username is not yours. That's the thing. And Dan has been very clear about it. The username is a
right.
very centralized thing. So the one thing you can do is use your ENS and bind that to your FID, and you can use that anywhere. But if Dan wanted to, or the Merkle team, anyone there wanted to, they can erase at Humpty and it wouldn't be mine because that's not decentralized. There is no like username marketplace like
Mm.
ENS. But the FID, my associated ENS, which I believe is like, hang on, 2480 or something. Yeah, I'm 2480. Man, that's scary that I know that.
That is
That's
kind of
mine.
scary.
I
That's
know. Well, I'm
ridiculous
pretty
that you
proud
know
of it.
that.
I'm pretty proud of that. Let's be fair. So
What's
anyways,
the
that
fastest way to check your FID, by the way?
you go to your profile on Warpcast, click the three little buttons next to edit profile and hit about.
Like towards the top right, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So let's see where Tree Girl is. Tree Girl, you are
It has all your wallets linked to it too, which is really nice now.
1574. Too early
yo,
again.
again, too early. What did I tell you? I'm just consistently too early to things. And then I check
15,
everything out and then I drop off because I'm like, this is
1574
boring.
with 1.2 with 1200 followers. You know
That's pretty
why?
lame, isn't it?
No, not really. Actually, that means you get more rewards because I just went through the whole Warpcast rewards thing this weekend, which, oh my God, that's another rabbit hole we can get into. But
What?
basically, part of the algorithm that determines how many rewards you earn has to do with your follower and engagement ratio. I'm not going to make it because I
Mm,
have 53,000 followers, meaning my engagement needs to be off the charts. It's not. It's
yeah.
good, but it's not. It's not great.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm not going to be earning rewards. I think the last time I checked the frame, which it's easy to use the frame, you just go and
I
install
have
it.
the frame. You guys will never believe this, but I actually have the frame and I get notifications.
I just installed it this weekend and it's already annoying.
I had the frame before Humpty had the frame.
I am
Wow.
352. My score is
Oh,
4450. The round ends in less than 24 hours. I'm not going to earn rewards. I've never seen a notification that I earned a reward. But, part of me, I was like, F you, Dan, because the only reason why I have 53,000 followers is because I was very active during the time that Farcaster was flooded by bots. And so most of my followers are probably either bots, churned accounts. So that's never going to reflect in my engagement. And
yeah.
there's no way for me to remove, basically clear out some of these dead followers. Like I'd love to be able to remove these 1,000 accounts that haven't been on
Oh,
Farcaster for like a year or 6
yeah, yeah,
months.
yeah.
Like I do that to my Discord or Discords that I've managed in the past. I go and kick people out. If you're a dead account, I don't want you just for vanity metrics. 53,000 looks good on paper, but if 53,000 are killing my engagement ratio, stop following me.
True. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the solution to that is.
I don't
But
know.
I did earn something, like, I think a few weeks ago. I think what I need to do is post more photos of Toby.
Is that what you
No,
get the
I
most?
swear. Yeah, I feel like the week when I actually earned rewards was like I was just I don't know why I was like posting so much about Toby that week.
By the way, GM to our friends on YouTube, I see you. GM Denzo, GM Web3 Magic, GM Time. I see y'all. Let's see on X. I'm going to GM some of y'all, even though I probably won't see you now because I haven't been watching it there. Oh, nope, 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 nope. See, I can't. Okay, yeah, it doesn't load previous messages. Okay, anyways, that's what's going on with that. You wanted to sound off about rodeo. Was that it? Just that you're no longer going to be a top collector of yourself?
I mean, yeah, and that I
Okay,
was thinking about quitting, but you
don't
guys might have
quit.
convinced me
Don't
to
quit.
stay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
your contract, that's super special. We
My
love
contract,
Toby.
my content.
That's
Gotta
right.
keep it. Okay.
That's
Okay.
right. And
You've
I'm telling
convinced
you
me.
now, because of that, that one piece is super rare. If there's ever a second edition, that will be the hottest thing. It's
Honestly,
like
it
you
was
get it.
good content.
That was a great photo. I wish I had seen it because it probably was my favorite.
Really?
Yes. It's just Toby in the mountains. That was super. I knew that was gonna come off
Same
wrong,
as
but
same as all my photos. It's just Toby in the mountains.
Toby is so cute.
This
By the
girl
way, I
has
told you
no other
this. Toby looks
personality.
bigger than I remember him, but he was, I think, lying down next to you, being a super good boy. So
Where
I
did you
remember
meet him
him being
again?
MCon 2 in
Okay.
Denver in that big school that Yale rented.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Were
You
we
were in
like
the
in a
front
talk when
yard.
you met?
No, no, you were
Oh, in the
we were
front
all hanging
yard.
out in the front
Oh.
garden. I interviewed you.
Oh
That's super rare
yeah.
too. You were in my MCon roll up and I talked to you because I was fanboying. I was like, oh my God, that's Diana. I know Diana.
Really? Was that
Oh,
the
hell
first time we
yeah.
met? Was that
Yes.
the first time we met?
Yes. I've been
Oh,
following Rehash
dang.
for a hot minute. And so I saw you. I was like, I need to talk
Dang.
to her. I need to talk to her. And I was so glad we got to chat.
Is that interview on the interwebs
It
somewhere?
is. If you go follow us on
Oh my
Spotify
God.
or wherever you consume your podcast, look for Crypto Sapiens. We did a bit of a cleanup on our visuals, so it looks much better than whatever that hot pink mess was that I was using before. look for Crypto Sapiens. You're gonna have to go way
What
back.
I know, that's the problem. What's the do you remember what it's called? Is it called
Something
MCon
MCon.
something?
Yeah,
Okay.
something MCon. If I find it, I'll share it here. But that's got to be like 2022. No. Oh, here it is. Dang, I found it.
Yeah, was it?
Special
Yeah, it must have
episode
been.
live at MCon
Because
2.
23 they didn't do one. And then 24 was this past year in Detroit.
Correct.
So that must have been 22.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Yale needs to figure out his scheduling because also with MetaCamp, which I love, happens in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Um, he also missed a year because he then had MCon 3. So
Uh,
it's like I get it. It's just him, and he's doing a lot of work. So I'm just giving him crap, obviously, but it'd be nice to have things
yeah.
yearly.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just shared the
Yeah.
link to the Spotify. It's
Oh,
not
okay,
resolving
nice.
here in our chat, so you might have to copy it and pasta.
Oh, that's right. I found it on YouTube too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, but there's no video. Oh, did you not do video? You just did audio?
Just audio. I didn't have a videographer.
Oh,
I'm not
okay, okay.
rehash budget.
Man.
I got solopreneur budget.
What do you think I am?
You're a DAO. You got other people's money.
All
Facts.
right. Anyway, what are we talking about? 1K or 10K? 10X? I get.
Damn, 1K.
I like the switch, by the way.
Just straight doing them dirty. They're like, you think you're 10K, you're 1K.
Well, okay. Do you know
My
what
bad.
10K is now, right?
It's Dracula.
Yeah. And you know what
Yeah.
Dracula was, right?
Yeah.
It was Showtime.
Yes.
Yeah. So this basically
Why
Showtime
why do we keep
3.
changing the name
I don't
with the
know.
same thing? Can we just
Probably to
stop?
get
Like
more investment.
all these names are getting worse and like Showtime was probably the best name
Showtime
out
was
of all of them.
great.
They should have just stuck with that. Dracula sucked.
Well, because his
10K
joke was
is
it
like
was a
what?
vampire attack on TikTok. That was his reasoning.
That's like way too deep cut of a joke. Like you're
Way
making
too
it
deep.
like a creator tool, like a social app,
Exactly.
that's meant for the masses. Like what are you doing? Like why would you name it such a deep cut that no one's gonna get?
And now 10K, because that's
Which
probably
is
how
what?
much they were able to raise.
Yeah, I thought he got a couple of million from Paradigm, if I remember correctly.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Let's
He's
not
pretty
let's
good
not
at that.
slander them.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that. Let's give Alex some love on that. He's definitely good at fundraising.
Yeah. I met him in person, actually, here in San Francisco.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
I don't know if
nice.
I have met him in person. Definitely have chatted with him a few times, but I don't know if I met him in person.
Yeah.
But anyways, so 10K is the new Dracula, and it's definitely getting some heat, at least from my circles. I know some people are frustrated because they feel like they put in a lot of work into Dracula, and now they're
Yeah.
just kind of left hanging, and there's no
Right.
plan
So
for re-engaging them or the content and everything else that they built there.
okay, so that's what I was asking in our chat was like, does all the content from Dracula automatically port over to 10K or is it just gone?
I would imagine it is disconnected the same way Showtime was not at all connected to Dracula.
That really sucks because I had some videos on Dracula, not that much, but I saw some people made a ton of money from posting a lot of stuff, and so that's all just gone now.
Yeah. I had not
Yeah, that
checked in with
sucks.
Dracula, to be fair, so maybe the pivot was because people like me just stopped using it. And it's like, well, we need something new and exciting. And it feels like the strategy now is not let's keep adding features or evolve the same product. It's like let's launch a new product. That's kind of the beef around what's the other product? Yapster?
Oh yeah, what is
Yapster.
Yapster?
So that's the same people that did what was that other by the
Scoop.
what's that?
Scoop.
Scoop. That's right.
Yeah. I mean,
Which was
at least
what?
with Yapster was it's a whole new chain. So I give them like the benefit of the doubt a little bit of being like,
Solana
hey,
versus
like
base.
Solana versus base, you know?
Yeah.
But I went into Scoop and I was like, do I at least get like, hey, refer 5 people, you get early access to the Scoop app or something, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing, you know? And with Dracula it feels the same. Like it feels like if you created a token and moved along with all their pivots in Dracula, like now I have to sign up for a wait list and you rugged all my content from possibly like I don't know if it's gonna get ported over. You're right. Like we should probably go ask, but if it doesn't, then it's like what the hell? Like why would I go down this road with you again? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a rug in a way.
Kind of. That's
For
what it feels like
me,
to me personally.
yeah, for me,
Did you
you're
have a lot of content
diluting.
on Dracula,
I
Gramajo?
posted a little bit, but I had the issue where um I created my same as you, and like I created my Dracula account way too soon, and so when it was pegged to degen, when it was like 10,000 or something like that, and when degen popped off, it was like no one's gonna buy my token for 1,000 US dollars, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't like re-price it again, you know. So it was kind of like I was just like SOL. So yeah, so I posted some stuff. I had maybe like 20 plus videos on there. I think I had
Yeah.
some activity, but like nothing too crazy. You know, definitely had more success with pods than did Dracula on my side.
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm thinking like, is this early morning crew a bad thing for us because we're already individually too early to things, and now we're just making each other even more too early to everything? And being too early is hard, it's a hard
But
life.
there's some benefits usually to it. So like that's kind of like it, you know. So usually like there's some benefits to being early, and you just gotta stick with it. And now it just seems like, what's the point of even being early to Scoop or any of these other apps if you're just gonna like throw it by the wayside? And I'm not saying like give me a 1-for-1 automatic guarantee. You know, like if you just went to Dracula once, never used it after you opened it the first time, and that was it. Like I'm not saying like you should get access to
Yeah,
it, but like if you were like using it, you know, at least give me
yeah,
some kind of mechanism to get access to your new app or something. I don't know. That's
totally.
because like my comment around like what I was telling Peachy was like, at least in Web 2, like I use Robinhood, and when they launched their new 3% card back, they were like, yo, like since you've been using Robinhood for a while, you get access to it early. Like, like I still had to jump through like one or two hoops, but it was kind of like it was like a thank you, and I was like, cool, I'm
Mhm.
down. Like, and there's a bunch of examples in Web 2 where like they're pivoting somewhere else or they're trying something new, and you get access to it. And then in Web 3, it seems like some people are doing a great job at it, and others are like, nah, screw you guys. Like,
Yeah. You just never know in crypto if it's gonna be like the best, most life-changing thing ever or like the biggest rug.
I think personally, it's reinforcing some bad values. And that is that everything is about being early and rugging everybody behind you or coming in after you, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, get in early, load up on whatever you're supposed to load up and then throw it in the trash, like rug
Yeah.
and leave. Because
Feels kind of lame.
these are short term games, right? It's there's a winner and a loser. I definitely like to play long term games, but I understand when it comes to you know getting things that are super hypey. Those long term games aren't necessarily always the ones that are going to get you that long term attention or value because crypto seems to have very short term memory. And so
Yes.
it's like, what's in the news today? And that's it. So I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I don't like this kind of arc that some founders are on. That's my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. And so I was looking. By the way, I still shout out to the team at Bowie. They're long term builders. I hope they're long term builders because
What's Buoy?
they're
Fill me
also
in.
underfunded. Bowie is BUOY.club, and they are building the, I guess, what would they call it? Let me go to to their homepage to tell you how they call themselves. Search and monitor the Farcaster network.
Mm.
Get real-time notifications about keywords on Farcaster. Powerful filters help you cut through the noise, stay on top of the conversation. So it's like this Google search for Farcaster. They basically index all this data. for you to be able to easily track things like mentions. It's really good for creators like ourselves. Like I use it, I create several buoys to follow certain keywords that I can then go back to and see what the conversation has been like over the last day, over the last week. And then when I'm creating content, I can say, "Oh, these are the casts that I want to include in the conversation." What I'd like to do, and this is my pitch to the Buoy team, hope you're watching, is on X, I love the integration of Grok, where I can now use it to prepare some of my outlines for my interview. So when I interviewed Afro Chicks, I went to Grok and I said, I'm going to be interviewing Afro Chicks for my podcast. The podcast is targeted to creators. Um, Take a look at Afro Chicks NFT account on X, and based on our audience, what are 5 questions I should ask about the new creator economy? And it actually gave me some decent results. And it's
Mm.
basically using that like Twitter search, but it also is including the agent to be able to provide me with some like valuable insight without having to for me to go through it all and formulate that. I can expand on that, obviously, but it's a good start. If I could do the same thing with Buoy beyond just like tracking keywords, but actually like having it give me a list of things based on the conversation. Like early morning crew is going to be talking about Yapster, Tribe, and 10K. Give me 10 questions people are asking or I should ask about what's happening with these things. I want it to give me an outline with these things that are happening. So that's kind of the next thing I'd love to see Buoy do. I know it's a little bit more expensive to build like an agent and all those things, but I think it just pairs nicely with what they've built here. But anyways, I talk about this because I'm using Buoy. I use Buoy to like search what's happening with Yapster. So I literally just go and search Farcaster, and I can see
Mm.
that the conversation spiked on January 22nd about Yapster, and actually seems to have flatlined since then. 10K, again, it's a very generic term. That's the other thing. I don't know why you would brand yourself with such a generic term.
Right?
10K, the conversation about 10K has been going on forever. It also, people are talking about points. People are talking about the value of ETH. They'd like to see it at 10K. So can't really get a good peg on what people are saying. With Tribe, people have been talking about Tribe for a while, but Tribe is Bill's new project. Bill Bill was also the creator of what was the name of that voice app? Gramajo, you're really good at remembering things. Starts with an A.
Thank you.
Abura.
Abora, yeah.
Abura. So Abura was like the clubhouse linked to Farcaster before Farhouse. And it was good. I think they developed pretty slowly. Farhouse, I think it created some new features that people liked, like tying it into DGen and creating a point system and things like this. But Abura was first, and I think Bill's a super smart dude. So now he's creating Tribe. And if I go to Bill's account, what is he talking about? Hey, by the way, he's also on Solana. So Tribe is on Solana, same as um, Yapster is on Solana.
Free Girl, in case you don't know what Tribe is, it's kind of like think Front Tech
There you go.
revamped on Solana. It's kind of like the easiest way to think
Gotcha.
about it.
Buy your
Thank
creator
you. Thank
token
you.
then, right?
Yeah,
Buy a
right.
creator token.
I
Yeah.
created it too, but I don't know. Like I'm kind of still figuring out how the whole front tech solution is because like the base equivalent is
Stack.
uh no, well they're stacked too, but it's actually what's its name? Oh my god, why am I blanking? I just interviewed her, Melissa Burr. She just like did a whole thing with them, like from the Superfluid team. Uh,
Mm. Is
oh my
it
goodness.
tribe.run?
Yeah, Tribe dot Fun, I think maybe.
Oh,
Um,
what
But
is
on that, while you're looking
tribe.run?
for that, Stack also released their token marketplace. So when you go to stack.so, it now, instead of taking you to the homepage that talks about on-chain loyalty points, which I love that meta. I still use
Hmm.
Stack. I have a leaderboard which I use to distribute rewards to. I did that for
Yeah.
Cabal. Um, Now is this whole like creator marketplace or just Farcaster account marketplace. The accounts are automatically created, or sorry, the tokens are automatically created for everyone. So you don't even need to go and launch your own. So this is definitely like, what was that, BitClout, where everyone's account was tokenized. I don't know. Do your own
Alpha Friends.
research. What's that?
Alpha Friends. That's what it is.
Alpha friends.
That's like the actual OG like
Yeah.
friend token of base or whatever. Yeah, but now Stack has it. There's Tribe and even Clout. Like Alex did Clout. So that's the other thing that kind of like confuse, like maybe not confuses me, but makes me doubt that 10K might even take off because Clout kind of blew up. Clout.me, which is like a pretty much the same. They're all the same concept, kind of really. But it seems like Clout at least has like Nikita Beer and a couple other like pretty famous Web2 people. Um, they created their own tokens and chat rooms as well. So it's SocialFi is definitely like super hot, but I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of
Yeah.
you know gated chats with your friends on a token bonding curve. I think
Yeah. That's not
Z-
friends.
no, exactly. I think what's
Like
interesting is
if I'm on a curve, I'm not your friend.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's weird because I think Zinger actually was saying this, which is kind of like uh, right. Was there's actually like right now there's no penalties for creating your own token right now as a creator. Like all the upside is all the upside and risk is with the people collecting it essentially.
Mhm.
So there's like no social score for like you launching a coin and rugging everyone, you know? You could literally do that 10 times
Yeah.
on 10 different apps and there's nothing saying like, hey, this person was just on Frontech a month ago and he
Mhm.
stopped like responding on it and then he moved on to Alpha Friends and then he did this and that, like he or she, whatever, like there's no repercussions for you um doing this like playbook over and over again. And
Mhm.
and then the people that get stuck with the bag are the people that buy in every single platform, and sometimes it's the same
This,
people.
yeah.
And
This
so
is
I
why
think so
there needs to be like a reputation score that everyone
correct.
has that's like tied
Yeah,
to your FID.
yeah, like even like
Nobody wants it.
even like area and
But
cabal
people do though. Gramajo is just saying he wants it.
I built
yeah,
that.
no,
Nobody
even
wants that.
even Zinger
Too
was
early.
saying
Now
that.
people do.
I would agree.
People say that, but when they
True.
realize that they're also being scored, they don't want that. They want that for
Well,
Well,
everyone else.
I think that I think the tricky thing is like it's really, 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 really hard to build a reputation score kind of thing because it's so nuanced. Like you have to consider filtering out for people that are just like spammers or like the person that is like mad at their ex for breaking up with them and just wants to like say random shit or just like you have to filter out for all of those people somehow
Mhm.
while like giving enough room to boost the good. I don't know. I think it's just really I think people want a reputation score, but I don't think anyone's come up with a really good way to build like how you calculate someone's reputation
here,
score.
let me read it for you because Zinger's also gone. He's gone a little quiet on Farcaster, so I'll call him out. Very easy to find his cast now. The state of the trenches is abysmal right now. Discussing levels of crime and greed. We need better tools and better token designs that align with stakeholders long term. We can do better. There's no skin in the game for everyone.
Well,
Like
that's open rank though.
yeah.
Open
No,
rank actually they came on the
I
series. Yeah, sorry, go
I
ahead.
agree with you. No, I agree with you because with the open rank model is um, and you can obviously speak to it more eloquently, but it would be everything is like on a vesting schedule for everyone, not just like
Mhm.
for you, essentially. Like
Yeah.
you have to continue participating in channels for it to for you to be able to even access your allocation, kind of like Moxie, but like less complicated. to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, but I also meant like open rank for tokens and for people. Like there's a score for people, right? So there's the algorithms determining what your reputation is and based on your social activity and engagement. Open rank is also working on, and they've announced it, so this is no secret, is a reputation score for tokens. Right. So people should know what the reputability of a token is. I don't know what that algorithm looks like, but I think that there could be a potential future where there's a correlation between the token and the individual on Farcaster, at least. I don't know if this is possible outside of Farcaster with X, seeing
No,
that
I mean
like X API data is so expensive, but that's
we're
definitely possible.
we're gonna need it though because I think this is kind of where like if you've been reading Jesse and Dan's posts on Twitter and Farcaster, is kind of like the only actually it was Brian Armstrong, I believe. So Brian Armstrong is the CEO of Coinbase for those who don't know, but there's like a million tokens being created a day essentially. And this current model of like, hey, like we're gonna whitelist you onto being tradable on Coinbase or Qcoin or whatever exchange or even decentralized exchange or updating the metadata on Dex Screener, which is also freaking crazy. Like none of this is scalable essentially. So there has to be some kind of like associated score of like, hey, there's not a lot of ruggers. This person's been, active. This wallet's been active for, 10 plus years on Ethereum and they launched a coin and, there's a ton of liquidity. Like all those things are like little nuggets of information that, tell you like, hey, this coin, I mean, nothing's ever financial advice, but it gives you like like it's 74% probability this thing is not going to run essentially, and
Mhm.
I think that's how we scale the current setups that we have, of everything getting tokenized.
Yeah.
It's going to have to happen. Yeah.
I was going to say something and I forgot. Okay. Oh, yes. 109 viewers on X, people. 110.
Whoa.
Good job.
Is that the most we've ever had?
Concurrent while we're live, yes. We've had more because people keep watching this after we
Yeah.
close the stream. But this is the most we've had while we're live.
Woohoo.
So that's cool. We beat our
Abs-
because I think I said I wanted 100 there. That was like the
Nice. We
target.
did it.
So
110. We're up at 110. Maybe what is it? Okay, people need to tell us like in the chat. People who are watching live should tell us in the chat what it is they like hearing us talk about. Like, is it the like me roasting Humpty that people like, or is it
yes.
like the
The answer is
Farcaster
yes.
talk that
No,
people like, or like
they
what
like
is it?
you.
Tell
They
us.
like
Tell
you,
us
Diana.
in the comments. We need to know
Can
so
I
we
tell
can
you
keep giving
when
you the
you're
content
here?
you
Toby.
want.
I'm interrupting over and over because you need to stop asking. You is who they like. Whenever you're not here, we have the fewest viewers.
Okay,
Whenever
wait.
you're
We're gonna make
here,
this
we
even
have the
better, okay?
most viewers.
What about now?
Toby!
Okay,
Hi,
send it to
buddy. Oh,
300.
she is so cute. Yeah.
Buy our tokens while you're at it,
Buy
okay?
Toby token. Done. There you go. To the moon.
He's
When
so chill.
Lambo.
He's so relaxed. I'm just
Oh,
gonna should I just leave this here so we can have like an ongoing Toby
yeah.
cam? Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I'll keep
oh,
talking,
Oh
look at
but
my
it's
him.
just gonna be Toby
goodness.
cam.
Sorry, my heart is melting. Oh,
I mean, if this doesn't drive up live views to like triple, no, we're on triple digits, quadruple digits, I don't know what will.
by the way, I like how he's like, he's so over this.
I know, he's so annoyed right now.
He's like, why am I on camera, mom? I don't like when you do this.
Toby Cam. Someone has actually suggested this before that I just keep like a live stream, a live
Yes.
feed camera on him all day
Yes.
and like token gate it to just Toby NFT holders that they can just tune into Toby Cam
Yeah,
anytime.
absolutely.
It seems like a bit of an invasion of
Send it.
privacy, but
So on Instagram,
Have him sign a waiver.
yeah,
on
with his
Instagram,
Put
paws,
your
with his
popper here,
Tobies.
Toby.
this is one of my favorite accounts on Instagram to follow. Mr. Kitters. It's Mr. Mr. Kitters, Kitters dot cat. So Mr. Kitters the cat. This person now has like 6 cats or more in their home. All of them have a little camera collar, and he publishes
Whoa. Wait,
the
how
con.
does the camera collar work?
So it just records their activity, and then the owner edits and posts whatever he wants to share, obviously.
Oh,
But you
okay. So
get,
it's just like it's like whatever they're seeing. Like you
yeah,
can't actually see the cat in the camera. Okay, okay, okay. Got
I'm sure if you wanted to, you could get one of those cameras that goes over the neck. So it would be Toby's ears and then his view, right? But I think that would be a little bit more
it. Put like a helmet on him with like a helmet camera mount, like
helmet
skiers.
cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. People in the comments, sound off. Let us know. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of conversations happening, even though we only have 2 viewers on YouTube, which I would think it'd be the opposite. There's a lot of conversation happening on YouTube. People have been agreeing or disagreeing with us in terms of the conversations we're having, but someone just said switching to X then, because apparently that's where the party's at.
Yeah. No. No, that is
I'm
where it's
surprised.
at.
I'm
It's just
surprised there's
hard
only
with
two on YouTube. That's
yeah.
nuts.
We've had more. YouTube is good for shorts. I'll tell you that. That's my hack. There you go. The way that I've grown my channel is YouTube Shorts. My shorts get like 5 to 10 times the views than any single video I've ever produced, like long form. Live streams usually only get views while you're going live just because it's such a crappy experience when you're watching it in replay. And I haven't gone through a trouble of like editing these because I don't think it's necessarily what I'd like to do. It's just more work than is needed. The newsletter hopefully captures much of the value of the conversation. But
Yeah.
yeah, shorts. If you're a creator and you're not using shorts, you're not gonna make it on YouTube. I mean, you need to do shorts.
I feel like my shorts have started doing way better since TikTok went down for like 12 seconds or however long it went. Like I posted a short, even when TikTok came back, I posted a short, which for me, like it's really good. I got like, I think over 750 views in like two
Wow.
hours, which was nuts. Like, which is rare for me. I don't even have that many subscribers or anything, but, and it's been happening a little bit more, which I'm kind of happy to see. And I agree with Empty. I've gotten more followers on YouTube Shorts because of it.
I'm trying to find my
Yeah.
shorts just to confirm that. The last short I did, by the way, was just me and promoting ETH Denver and whatever I'm planning there. It was pretty silly. So go and look for it, find it if you care. But it's me holding my Buffy corn, doing an ad basically.
I wonder what plushie they're gonna come out with this year. Because Toby picks one up every year. He has the Bufficorn, he has the Spork Whale from last year. The Spork
Oh,
Whale is humongous, by the way.
really?
But it was only like half the price of the Bufficorn. I was so confused. I was like, is this just bear? This is just like so crypto. It's just like bull market. We're just gonna jack up all the prices. Bear market, everything's cheap.
Interesting. Yeah, I only owned the Buffy corn because I thought it was cute. The Spark Whale was a little, I don't know.
It's a bit much,
Yeah.
but it's a good like pillow.
Mm, yeah, I'm a boomer. I need very orthopedic pillows.
Oh, for Toby, I mean, it's like a
Oh,
body pillow for Toby. Like just wraps around it.
oh. Is he good with his pillows or does he thrash them?
No, he's like never destroyed a toy. Like we stopped buying him toys because we used to do Bark Box that sends
Yeah.
you toys every month. And then we realized like he never destroys any of them. So we just
Such a
accumulated
good
all of these
boy.
toys. And we were like, okay, we need to stop buying these because the point of dog toys is
Yeah.
that they get destroyed and then you can
Yeah.
replace them. But we're not replacing any. We're just accumulating.
That's adorable. Ugh. If you didn't love, if you didn't love Toby enough. By the way, 133 views. When Toby was on camera, we got 20 more. So,
Nice.
yeah,
I know.
Toby is the secret to.
I picked my laptop up because it was facing the opposite way and it felt weird talking to you guys not being able to see you. So it's back up here. Sorry. Sorry.
That's
I
fine.
know this isn't as cute as Toby.
Well, you got us 100 views, so whatever. We're okay with that.
Thanks, Toby.
Yeah.
I
Let's
think
see. So we went through that. What is
just
Tribe?
to
Tribe is like Front Tech. What is Yapster? What is Yapster?
Yapster's Yapster's a Solana meme coin token launcher, like community token launcher. So it's basically like
Oh,
like survival, like the island, like the game, but for meme tokens on Solana. It's actually pretty dope, to be
Hmm.
honest.
yes,
That sounds
It's a pretty
actually.
fun.
cool.
Yeah, I
It's a
realize
pretty
what
cool
that is.
concept. Yeah,
No,
it's a
that's the
pretty cool
concept that I
concept.
pitched about a month and a half ago that I wanted to build, but I'm not a developer, so
I mean,
glad
sometimes you
somebody's
just
building
gotta
it.
ship, man. You gotta ship a cursor. You just gotta go in. That's what I'm learning.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
But
I'm
also, I'm
about to
not
like,
Salvino. He's got the rep, right? In
and
order
the
to like,
money. Yeah, and the money. He's good.
I'm sure he made a lot of money with Scoop, which is good. You're a good business
Uh,
person. Good for you.
it's actually higher. Higher is where I think they made most of their money. They were an early higher buyer, so when
Mm,
higher popped off, I'm talking about like millions. So
wow.
yeah,
I thought I was
yeah.
early. I didn't
Going
make
back to the
millions.
reputation thing, like before we wrap up the reputation thing with
Yeah.
abstract, but with abstract going live later today, and having one wallet for all the consumer social apps, I feel like that will get us a little closer to like an on-chain kind of credit score like ranking, because it's just one wallet versus like with all these privy like powered apps, like you have one wallet for all these apps and like all that data is just like its own little pocket. So now it'll just be
Yeah.
like one wallet, which is like what we're used to anyways in L1 and Solana and all that. It's just one wallet for everything for the most part. So yeah.
I
Hmm.
also think Intuition is doing a lot of work on this front too. I also just interviewed Billy Ludke from Intuition again, which is coming out this Thursday. But we talk a bit about that, like reputation, on-chain reputation, because they're
Mhm.
just trying to build this whole like on-chain data protocol, and reputation is a big part of what comes out of that. So that should be an interesting one to listen to.
That should. I'm excited for that. Thanks for reminding me because I left someone on red. One of their product guys. Why am I? I'm not remembering his name right now. But I knew him. I've known him for a while. Fellow Lil Noun. Um, he and I have gone back and forth on some product revisions, giving him feedback, and then he messaged me like a month ago while I was on vacation, and I never responded. So that might be what they're trying to talk about is their latest updates because I know there was some things that he talked about that were coming soon.
Oh,
Now
was
the
it from,
reputation
oh, it was
thing.
someone from Intuition?
Intuition, yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
I
Yeah.
want to say Jacob, but I'm probably wrong. By the way, someone told me in the
Yeah.
chat why that you can't chat on X. I messed up. So if you're on the X stream and you'd love to chat, come join us on YouTube because Humpty messed up. And
Wait, what do you mean?
I gated the chat for subscribers, and I thought that was like
Oh.
followers, but subscribers is that monetization model where you need to pay to subscribe to my channel, to my account.
Oh.
So you can't chat without it. So that's on me. Sorry about that. I'll open it up to everyone next time.
Wait, I thought I commented on, what did I comment on? Oh, I commented on the Crypto Sapiens post. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
you
in the chat
commented on
either.
the tweet, not on the actual
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
see,
that's
I
on me.
see.
By the way, what happened to Gramajo?
I don't know. I hope he didn't fall off the boat.
No, I think he's home. I mean, not home. He's at his office. Maybe that's why
Oh,
he
oh
jumped
yeah.
off. He didn't fall off the
His
boat.
boss came in.
Yeah, I love that. I love that he's at his office now and he's like, anyways, continuing with early morning crew. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I
By the
know.
way, his name is Josh. He goes by
Oh.
Josh, the intuition guy that I know.
Oh,
Yeah, he's product and
Jowsh.
strategy. Oh, it says X intuition. Never mind. He's no longer there. And he sent me that
Okay.
DM December 2nd. So I left him on red
Oh,
for a
dang. That
long
wasn't
time.
that long ago, though. I guess things happen.
Maybe as a product guy, he could never get people to respond like me. Sorry, Josh.
You made him lose his job or
Man,
quit
if
or
I'm your
whatever. We
only
have no idea.
contact and you lost your job because of me, I love you, man, but that's on you.
You weren't gonna make it anyway.
I hope I'm not your only, community resource. But
I mean,
I'm grateful whenever people reach out to me and ask for product feedback.
yeah.
Anyways, what else we got? So we talked about all these things. So Yapster, yeah. So that's what I was gonna launch. Not gonna make it. I didn't launch it. I'm not a builder. I tried. The only thing I know how to do is bring people together and help them do some cool shit.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's my experience. That's my expertise. That's the value I
It's
bring
very
to your
useful.
team.
It's yeah, huge value.
Yeah.
Huge. Okay, well, should we hop off and get on with our days
Yeah, I think we can. Anything you want
and
to
let
say
people
left
go?
unsaid, Diana? What's going on for you this week?
Uh, still, I mean, we just had this move thing last week. So finally here, which is exciting. And then just like gearing up for Denver
Yeah.
already.
Cool.
Planning some stuff for Denver. I think our strategy this year, I don't think we're gonna host our own event, but I think we're gonna try and collaborate with other events and do some cool stuff there. 'Cause it's just like there's so many events already, you know what I mean? And like I don't want to be pulling people away from other awesome events that
Yeah.
I want people to be at.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, why don't I just go to the events that I want everyone to be at and see if I can contribute something there.
Well,
So that's the strat this year.
Creator House, Eddie Denver. Let's
Creator
do
House.
it.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna look at I'm gonna get back, catch up on all my Telegram chats, including the Creator House one.
Yeah.
Lots on the agenda today.
All right. I'll see you there because I owe the group an outline. I said I was going to drop it off by yesterday, but I'll jump in there. I'll drop something today. What about you, Gramajo?
Cool.
Um, yeah, I'm pretty much trying to schedule a couple calls with some Solana devs about their apps. I found some pretty cool like DAO, very different way to like functioning DAOs or you like running DAOs on the Solana chain. So just been exploring more heavily on Solana, like everyone else. The attention is there, and
Mhm.
there's some interesting use cases that I don't think I've seen anywhere. So I'm just trying to nail down these people, but they're hard, man. They're hard to like nail
They're
down.
busy.
They're busy,
Their
yeah.
chain is doing well.
Well, yeah, no, that's exactly it. So like this guy that I'm trying to talk to here, he's from San Francisco too. He's like, yo, like Jupiter DAO reached out to me, and it's like they got like 10 billion or I don't even know some crazy number under like assets,
Yeah.
like managing it, and they're like they're trying to run and use my software for the DAO, and I'm like, yeah, no worries, man. Like that's a pretty critical one to nail. Like if there's a client you want to nail in Solana, that's one of them. So yeah, so just trying to get people on the phone, scheduling that. But it's end of fiscal for my company, so just trying to keep momentum going without losing too much from you know in real life responsibilities and all of that. So nothing too crazy.
You know what I'm hearing is at ETH Denver, this creator house might be based on Solana if Jesse does not get back to us. So Jesse, balls on
Ooh.
your court. If you want creator house to be on base, to be on ETH, let us know. Otherwise,
Why does that make me nervous thinking about like being part of a creator house that's like all Solana focused? Why does that make me nervous?
because as an elder millennial,
Ah,
you will
fuck.
now be
Don't call
a
me
lot
that.
older. You call me a boomer and you don't like being called
You
an
are a
elder
boomer.
millennial.
Okay,
I
wait.
am
Do we
not a
want to get
boomer.
into this? Because we are not the same age. You don't want us to get into this.
I'm just letting you know why you might be nervous. Because you know Solana is a bunch of Gen Zers.
It's not even that. There's so many Gen
They
Zers in
really
ETH
are.
as well.
No.
I
No,
know, but there's so
That's
it's
why the
soup.
parties on Solana is all Gen Z.
It's super young. I'm telling you, I
Oh,
promise you. Like
oh.
in my
Base
office,
is millennial, ETH is
yeah.
boomer.
In my office, it's all
What?
super young people on Solana. Yeah.
That's why you're nervous. It's okay to be nervous.
I didn't
I,
know it was like an age thing. I feel like there's so many young people at ETH too.
Are you kidding me? Look at the
There are
majority of the
people,
ETH influencers. Look at Vitalik's post after everything that's been happening the past few weeks. I know you've been disconnected because you've been moving, but Vitalik's finally responding to a lot of the drama, which we didn't even cover. A lot of the
yeah.
fallout
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
over, the presidential inauguration that happened last week when we weren't recording, right? A lot of stuff we didn't cover for sure. There's a lot of movement, a lot of acknowledgement of different chains, not necessarily so much love, if any, for Ethereum, aside from Trump getting a bunch of ENSs for him and his family. So there's that narrative or that energy or that momentum that has been lost. And because of that, Vitalik responded to it. And his response was very elder millennial. It did not feel like it resonated to a community that he wants to activate, which is on Solana. So Solana House coming soon to ETH Denver.
Man, I need more therapy after that. Way to go. Thank you guys. Thank you
it's
so
not
much.
it's not that bad. It's
Thank you
actually
so
really
much.
nice. I've been liking Solana a lot more, to be
Do you
honest.
wanna do you wanna see what my therapist looks like, by the
Oh,
way?
yeah. I need some cuddles, Toby. We need some love.
That's
Toby
such
should
a
be
good
at the
angle
Creator
of
House.
him. He
Toby
will
will be at
be.
the Creator
No, he
House. He
totally
will
will be.
be
He always
our therapist.
yes, therapy dog. He always goes to Denver with me.
Yeah. He loves the cold. I mean,
Yeah.
that one super rare photo of him is in some deep cold.
Don't remind me. Too soon, too soon.
Okay.
I need to go like do some meditation or something. There's like so much to
Yeah.
just, de-traumatize myself on from this conversation.
All right. Sorry. We'll see you next Monday.
It's okay. I've got my little therapy dog.
It'll be like the Peanuts Lucy therapy stand, like 5 cents, for therapy or something.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, I pay him so much Tritos for all the therapy he gives me, so don't
There you
worry.
go.
I am paying my employees well.
You have a 0.05 ETH on base therapy booth at the Creator
Yeah.
House. Maybe not Solana
Yeah.
for Diana's mental health sake.
You get to spend 10 minutes with Toby, petting him and getting kisses from him, and it all goes into my therapy fund.
There you go. Which basically are treats for Toby.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. This has been fun.
Hey,
Honestly, great catching up. Stay safe.
yeah.
What you have
Stay
to?
safe. From what?
I don't know.
It's just
From
such a
whatever.
dad thing to say. Also, guys, we're up to almost 150 viewers, live viewers right now.
Hey, let's
So
go.
sorry. I feel like people are gonna be disappointed that we're leaving. But you know
Yeah,
what? You gotta leave people wanting more. Quit while
that's
you're
right.
ahead, leave people wanting more.
That's right. We'll be back next Monday.
We
So
will
150
come back.
strong or more.
Make sure you open up the chat next week so people can actually talk
Yeah,
to us.
I
What a
know.
community builder you are.
I'm just a centralized gatekeeper over here, talking about decentralization for fun.
You're like, I'm such a good community builder. No one's allowed to talk except me.
Well, first of all, yes. Second of all, when have I said that out loud?
Eh, you know, you know.
I feel like right now you're reflecting or
I'm projecting.
deflecting. Yeah, there you go.
Projecting.
You're
Yeah,
projecting
that's the
onto me.
word.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, anyway, have a good Monday. Have a good week. Talk to you guys
Bye,
soon.
everybody.